Hello and welcome to Voices of the 21st Century Author Spotlight, a show dedicated to sharing the messages of women from around the world who show up and share their truth. My name is Gail Watson, founder and CEO of Women Speakers Association. Today, we are going to have a conversation, a good conversation, about when you're faced with your own mortality. Big topic, and we have the perfect person to discuss that with you. I have the proud honor of introducing to you three-time international best-selling author Natasha Williams. She is co-author of Voices of the 21st Century: Women Transforming the World, and believe me, she is. This book has reached bestseller in 4 countries and went #1 in 10 different categories. Natasha, bring in all your energy, everything you've got to this show. I want to welcome you.
Well, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness, you're too kind. You're too kind. I'm happy to be here. So thanks for having me on, and I'm happy to talk about what inspired me to write the chapter in the latest Voices book.
Yeah, because, well, just a little bit of background here, which I hope you'll share, is you're very special to me, and your story that you share in this book is amazing because I feel really honored to have had the ability to follow along in your journey while you were going and being faced with your own mortality. So, why don't you share a little bit with us, a peek behind the curtain on, what inspired you to share your story?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, it'll be 2 years in August that I almost died, and so I was facing my own mortality. Where I was literally the walking dead. My heart was at 10%. I pulled through that. But in that journey that I was going through this health crisis, serious health crisis, when they told me I could drop dead at any moment. And then I had to first decide if I wanted to live or I wanted to just call it a day and just go, right? But I knew I felt great, even though on the inside I wasn't great. Obviously, if I was on the deathbed, but I knew that there was more for me to do in the world, and so I decided to not only to survive but to thrive. And so I started to rethink about what I was doing in my life. Working at this corporate job, which wasn't helping my health, with all the stress. And I was like, there's a bigger purpose for me here on this earth besides working at this corporate job. So I'm going through my own healing process. And then my mother has her own health crises last year. And so, but she wasn't as lucky as me because, her thing started off really small with an infection, an internal infection that she had to have emergency surgery to clear out the infection from her insides until she was dead within 3 weeks. So she didn't have the opportunity to rethink her life and say, okay, I'm going to make a change. And, what am I really here for? And that's what really inspired my chapter in the book, because I got that call. I live in California. My mother lives in Louisiana, where I'm originally from. And when I, got the call that she had to have the emergency surgery, we were thinking that that was going to be, her last surgery, last, moments on earth, and the surgery was fine. It wasn't, she didn't die from the surgery or anything. It was just other complications that happened afterwards and stuff. And she was on her deathbed and they found cancer. When they went in there, they found a tumor that they couldn't even do chemo for. It was too big. It was too malignant. It was like all they could do was just, let her go, let her go. And so she was on her deathbed and she was sad. And she wasn't sad because she was going to die and she had this cancer. She was actually sad. And she told me, she said she felt as if she had not accomplished anything in her life. And now it was too late. And I did not want anybody else to have that feeling, because you know what? The cemetery is not just full of dead bodies, but full of dead dreams. And I wanted to comfort her. What do you tell a person, when they're in that situation? And so I just told her, I said, you know what? Everybody has a purpose on this earth, but not every purpose is big and grandiose. Sometimes the purpose could be, I told her, sometimes your purpose maybe was just to have me, because without you, there would be no me, and therefore no Boss Ladies TV, which was my journey after I decided to live and survive my ordeal and to thrive. I decided to create a network for women's empowerment. And so my mother gave me the additional motivation so that nobody else can feel that way. I want people to die happy. We're all going to die. Mortality is a real thing. We just don't know when. We hope it's going to be in our old age when we're in our bed asleep and we wake up in heaven. Or paradise, wherever you believe in, right? But it doesn't happen that way for everybody. Sometimes my mother had just turned 69. She died 3 days after her 69th birthday. It's still young. That's still young. And for her, it was too late. But I wanted to create a platform so, no matter what age you are, no matter what you're going through, whether it's financial crisis, health crisis, it's never too late to have your dreams come true. So that's what my chapter is called. Don't die with your dreams still inside. Because you know what? If you're breathing, there's still time. There's still time. And when I was given 2 years or less sentence to live, I said, you know what? If I only have 2 years left to live, this is going to be the best darn 2 years ever. I'm going to go out with a bang. And so, and hey, I'm still here. And I'm still banging. I'm still banging because you never know. You never know when it's going to happen. Tomorrow's
So
not guaranteed.
I hope people who are watching right now that don't know you realize the overflow of life that just comes out of you. And what you're seeing in Natasha right now, this is how her conversations, no matter if you're just having a one-on-one or in a group setting, this is who she is. You are showing up full on for life. You did it before your diagnosis, and you do it after, but I think uh, at a much more elevated way as well. So you have, I mean, your message that you're leaving people is, I mean, you are walking your talk or living your talk. So I love that.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you. You know what? And I've always been like that even before. I'm a very transparent person, but that was just a wake up call because, I'm human like everybody else. And certain things you put off. You just put off until tomorrow because procrastination, fear of success, a fear of having to show up. And to create a television network, I mean, it's a male dominated industry. I'm curating the next generation of Oprahs. I mean, we're going to be like a collective of Oprahs, different women, different ages, different nationalities, different countries, different age groups. I mean, we are coming together because I want, no matter where the viewer is in the world, they will resonate with somebody and they will find what they need on the network, whether it's regarding health and wellness, which is a big component of the network, business and finance, love and relationships, or just overall, how do I get the tools I need to live my best life ever? Because life is short and do not take it for granted. I won't take it for granted. Celebrate every day as if it's my last because you just never know. And I've been through that. I feel blessed because, sometimes people don't have another shot. Like my mother, she didn't have another shot, but through me, I think that she did smile before she closed her eyes for the last time. She did smile and then she died. I think she died semi-happy. Semi-happy. So
How could you not be happy with a daughter like you? Natasha, tell us more about Boss Ladies TV because I mean, you had a corporate job for years and years and years. You do a lot of traveling, and now to take on building a network, that's a big job. So tell us a little bit more about that and what are you needing right now for it? Because I know it's just in that launch phase. So let's put it out there.
yes, thank you. Yes. So Boss Ladies TV. So I got the concept uh a year ago when I was meditating by the ocean in Cancun because like I said, I'm thinking, maybe I'm not going to have too many more days or years left. And so I said, okay, now is the time to make the jump. I wanted to switch out of my corporate job. I love my job. I mean, I was one of the best forensic accountants in the world. I've been to 60 countries. I had a global team. I was making the money. Everything was going good. But you know what? There was something missing. I wasn't really fulfilled because I didn't feel like I was serving the greater good. And so I took the hard decision to leave that job. And I didn't even tell anybody. Didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody in my family because I didn't want to have the people to say, "What are you doing? You worked all these years just to get to this to this level, and now you're gonna quit to start over to do your own thing." And but this is the thing. I was thinking when I was on my recovering on my bed because I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even lift 5 pounds. They didn't want me to lift anything. Nothing was going to stress my heart. So basically, I'm bedridden, and I'm thinking about my life. I'm thinking about all the things I've done. I've written stuff even before I was an international best-selling author. I've written books. I've done speaking engagements. I've traveled, and I was a screenwriter for Hollywood. I sold projects to Hollywood. See, how's all this coming together? And then you know what? I remember somebody told me something in 2017 when I was in Kenya on a work assignment. And he said, all this stuff that you're doing, you think you're doing it for your career, whatever, it's a greater purpose. And this is the training ground. And so I was in training. And so now all the skills I learned over the last 20 years, I'm bringing that to Boss Ladies TV. That's why I'm able to do it. People say, how can you just build a network? You know what? I was made for this. It's a lot of work, but it's not difficult. But I know now a lot of people can't do it, but I have been building these skills for 20 years and didn't even know it to have my own TV network. And so what I'm looking for, we just launched in December 1st. And so it's about almost 6 months, going on 6 months that we're live on Roku, on the streaming network too, coming to Fire TV and the apps later this summer. But what I need is other women, especially who have a message to share. They could be speakers, they could be authors, coaches, or entrepreneurs. Whatever you've gone through in life, somebody needs to hear how you overcame it. Because even though we're in the day of the internet, you know, nobody has time to be Googling, and maybe the answer they need is on page 30 of Google. We never get past the second page of Google searches, right? So I want to create a platform so that it'll be the go-to place for all things women empowerment. So build out the brand so that people can say, hey, I need to know how to improve my credit score. So they can go to Boss Ladies TV and look at What the FICO, that's my show, on I have a perfect 850 credit score. And so I'm going to show people how I did that. And so that's just one example. That I have another show called Beauty, Brains, and Billions. This is an inspirational show that's going to the title too. Don't you love the title, right? We have it all here. We have beauty, we have brains, and we're making us billions as a collective. I'm going to spotlight women who are doing the thing. And they all didn't start off with a trust fund or a silver spoon in their mouth. I mean, I grew up poor in Louisiana. Nobody really expected me to do anything. And now I have a television network. We're going to transform the world. And so that's why I love the book, Women Transforming the World, because it's stories of different women who are transforming the world, and bringing all those stories to Boss Ladies TV. It's going to help to inspire even more people, not just women, but more people in general.
I love it. I love you. I love your inspiration, your level of energy, and so much fun. So there's some people out there going, pick me. I want to be part of that. Now I have something to say, a message. So Natasha, I know you have your book being offered up, but I'm sure people would just love to connect with you and speak to you, maybe inquire more about Boss Ladies TV. So where can we get in touch with you?
They can go to bossladiestv.com, and then they will be able to get the book there. You can reach out to me there as well.
Can we get it personally autographed by you?
You sure could. If you order it, I will. And if you live in California, in my area, I will meet you and autograph it for you in person.
Whoa, okay. Then you can go walk the Hollywood with the Hollywood stars, the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah, no, I'm in Northern California, so okay, I'm in the Bay Area.
Okay.
San Francisco.
Make your own.
San Francisco.
Make your own. Anyway, full of life, Natasha, and which I'm really happy for. I mean, there was some scary moments in there when you were sitting there with only 5% heart activity, and scary times then, but so glad that you chose to live and keep doing what you were meant to do on this planet, and to inspire people and to bring their stories forward. I mean, very generous of you. So Natasha, you have shared so much with us, so much. Out of everything that you know, I want to go deep down into that beating heart of yours. What would be words of wisdom that you would want to leave our audience today?
I will say this: if you are still breathing, no matter what you're going through right now, no matter what age you are, it is never too late to be who you might have been. It is never too late. All you have to do is take one action towards it. Have faith and believe. Thank you.
Never too late. Thank you, Natasha. Thanks for sharing uh, your heart there. And it's a great message to leave us all. Uh, and to everyone watching, please get in touch with Natasha. You won't be disappointed. You'll love to meet her. She's very open, connected. Like I said, this is how she shows up on any conversation you want to have with her. So, and I want to thank you for joining in today and for celebrating women and supporting. So, we look forward to connecting with you again. And wherever you are in this world, we wish you a great day.